Welcome, community fans. Thank you for joining us for our first ever watch-along video. Today, Mike and I are joining by our podcast friends, Alex of 6 Seasons in a Podcast, Ashley of Drinking Community, Kevin and Jace of Advanced Community Studies, and Ed from Save Greendale. And we're watching Geography of Global Conflict with the writer of the episode, one of our favorite Greendale alums, and the most credited writer of community episodes, Andy Bobrow. Thank you, Andy.
Hello.
Woo!
Yay.
You sent me that email this afternoon saying that I was the most credited writer. I had no idea. So I have more. I believe I have 7 written by credits.
You have 8.
I have 8.
You have 8.
Wow, one of those might be a mistake. I'll have to go back.
You gotta change that tattoo you have, Mister.
Yeah.
According to the table I pulled from IMDb, you're one ahead of McKenna. So
Mazel.
Suck it, McKenna.
Right. All right, I'll double check.
What's that guy ever done?
Yeah.
we're going to watch Geography of Global Conflict on Netflix together, and we're going to share the audio and video of this. But if we did that with the actual show, we run into copyright violations. And so what we're going to do is watch it, interact, and talk about it. And if Andy wants, we'll stop it and we'll talk about whatever we want. And what we'll end up doing is adding notations for you and let you know when it happens, so you can watch this along and listen as we watch it. And it's a way you can enjoy the show a little extra. All right.
Cool. Okay, stop.
So
Didn't even started yet.
Yeah.
So we're all on the Netflix party tab, right?
We're all ready.
Yep.
All right, cool. Then let's go.
All right, by the way, they can't hear the audio or see the video of the episode as soon as it decides to work.
So sing along to the theme song. Got it. Maybe.
Just as a tease, I'm talking to Keith next week, and I think he's gonna sing the theme song on the podcast.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh
my God.
So hopefully we'll get a really nice acoustic version.
I'm sure it'll be better than
spoiled.
every time I try and sing it on our show.
How did you get Martin Starr?
Oh, here's a good place. Wait, let's pause it right away, right off the bat. I'm gonna have too much to say.
Pause.
Wait, am I allowed to? So did I just pause it, or did you?
I did it.
It says paused.
You
Nothing
should
has
be
happened.
able to do
Yeah,
it.
nothing's
I told it to
happened.
let it, but
This is loading.
I did it.
Technology.
Go ahead.
Magic.
In the early breaking of it, that was going to be John Hodgman.
Ooh.
I just know that I'm not sure what how it happened, but I know that in our early notes we thought of that character as John Hodgman.
Okay.
And I'm not sure when it became Martin Starr, but how we got him was Allison had just worked with him on a small movie. What movie was it? I don't know. Someone will have to look it up.
Save the date.
Save the date. Yeah.
Date. And so she knew him and she was friends with him, and I think she might have come in and lobbied for, let's get I just worked with this guy, he's really funny.
Okay.
And who gave him the name Clegoris?
Brilliant.
Oh, that was me.
That was you.
When I typed it on the page, I thought this is going to change.
No way.
Every time we sat down to revise it, I kept waiting for someone to tell me to change it, and no one told me to change it. And then, honestly, there are jokes that writers do where you go like, this probably only amuses me, but to me, my favorite stupid thing about this, I don't even know if it made it into the episode. Does he say either pronunciation is fine?
Yes,
Yep.
I was literally just about to say it is just the most brilliant. Oh, it just every time it gets me. Just completely unaffected. Other one. So good.
All
right.
cool.
We'll press the play.
Sorry.
Playing for you guys?
Nope. It says started playing, but nothing's happening.
Mine's playing. Can you
I
not
had to
see it?
refresh mine.
Okay. Well,
Oh, let me.
Well, I'm gonna do that then.
I'm going to let it continue. You should allow you to get back in it.
I'll catch you.
Yeah, there you go.
It'll figure itself
I love
out.
I like the highlighter joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was not mine. That was total Harmon.
It's a beautiful little like vaudeville bit.
It's a beautiful old fashioned joke. Yeah. There we go.
Speaking of things hit differently.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, yeah.
The great Mel Rodriguez.
Absolutely great.
This is a great joke.
That's my,
So good.
yeah. I think that joke was probably in the outline.
That's like a moment that I think of when it comes to like what he wants out of the job. It's just very
yeah.
telling of the incentives people have to join the police.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's the whole thing with the
Oh, such a good line.
Time in a
Yeah,
dream.
but a dee,
Oh,
da,
God.
ba, da, boo, da, ba, ba,
I'm
ba,
not
da,
hitting skip.
da, ba, da, dee, do, do, boo, boo,
Yeah, don't hit
boo,
skip.
do,
I'll do drums.
do, do, boo, boo,
Who's gonna do
bee,
guitar?
boo, do, bee, boo, ba, boo, ba,
have the thing.
dee, ba, do, ba, da, boo. Ha ha. So good.
Wow.
So
All right,
a
I'm
lot
going
of
to pause
synth
it
in that
real
theme song.
quick. Mel Rodriguez is so good in this episode.
Yes.
He's good. I think
Yeah.
he's in 3. He's great in all of them. And I know you got to work with him later in Last Man on Earth.
Yeah. This
It's
is my
just a-
first time meeting him. I had no idea. I didn't know who he was. He wasn't the Mel Rodriguez we know at the time. The Russos had just worked with him on a short-lived show on Fox with Will Arnett.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank, but I know what you're talking about. Where he plays a
Where
horrible
Will
person.
is a rich guy. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and the girl from Felicity is on that one. I cannot remember her name off the top of my head.
Carrie Russell?
Yes, Carrie
was on
Russell's
that?
on
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Kevin, I
The
do not know
girl-
how you do that.
My brain is broken. What's my
Every
social security
time.
number? You tell me. Who was the star of Felicity? Oh, I got you.
All right, yeah, no, but I just wanted to point out Mel is excellent in this, and I really just enjoyed him to death.
Oh, he's so funny.
A quick question: wasn't Annie in the pilot supposed to be Asian, and then that's one of the reasons maybe they made Annie Kim Asian? Is that a story that I've
Oh,
heard?
I've heard that too. Yeah.
That's a good question. That makes sense. I don't know that. I hadn't heard that story, but I know that the idea of another Annie always came in the form of an Asian Annie, which when I think about it now, I'm like, that's a bad way to, that's so un-PC. Like, why couldn't we have said, when we were talking about it, we could have just said, oh, there's another Annie, there's a younger Annie, there's a different Annie. But no, we always called her Asian Annie. And that, in hindsight, I mean, we lucked out because of Irene Choi was really good, but it limits your casting when you say you have to cast an Asian Annie. And it's a little dicey. Like when you think about it today, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
It is a stereotype. Yes, it
it's
is.
getting close to a stereotype.
Yeah.
The show was called Running Wild with an
Running
E.
Running
Wild.
Wild.
Running Wild.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was on that one. All right, I'll stop fanning over Mel Rodriguez. And he's very healthy now, and I'm very happy for it.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
looks
God,
great.
yeah.
This season, I think, has these beautiful like pastel colors. I don't know why I always think of this season as being very bright, but it just has these nice. Look at her pink shirt.
I was jumping between season 3 and season 5 episodes, and it's noticeable. Like it's just darker in season 5. Season 3 has a much brighter tone overall.
Yeah. Obama's
Fantastic.
Hey, supervising producer.
Oof.
Yike.
Perfect Pierce joke.
During a game.
Hey, written by.
Hey,
Woo.
Joe. What's Joe Russo up to nowadays?
Oh, don't
We haven't
even.
heard much from him.
Has he done anything?
Just a couple little small
I
tiny
forgot there
movies.
was 2 kiddos.
I think it really peaked with Community.
I listen. I agree.
Sad part is that's based in truth.
Yeah. That's
This
the
really
irony.
is like her best episode of the season.
this is
It's great.
So many of her best lines come from this.
So good.
I love anti-cap Britta. I'm just a big fan.
Oh, here comes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just even their faces.
Yeah.
Oh, the reaction
reaction
is
shot.
so good.
Even Abed's just
Yeah.
wants it to stop.
Yeah.
I love that he follows her fist and is just like,
Oh, okay. Don't worry, she'll be
Yeah.
bad at it.
She'll be bad at it.
I also say Rage Against the What on a nearly daily basis. So did that
That
come
sounds
from you? Was that one of
dangerous.
yours?
Lionel.
this. I have to know how many times it took, like how many takes it took for it to get the can to go that exact angle, because it's right on the like, will it? No.
I honestly think she surprised us on the first one.
Wow.
I can't remember.
I love this bit.
It's such a good bit.
She's such a good physical comedian. They both are, but
She's so
she
good.
really is so good.
Amazing how she commits.
Yes.
Is anyone else weirded out now when you watch shows and people like write in each other's faces?
Oh,
like,
for
I
sure.
can't
Yeah.
do that
Oh
anymore.
yeah.
Oh
Are
yeah.
you trying to kill
The
Ken
smile.
Jeong?
The smile.
Yeah.
Oh, Party Down's on the board behind it.
Nice.
Reference to the show.
Great show.
The rattlesnake sound effect, brilliant.
Mm.
This is a good bit. Oh, it's 3 kiddos.
3 kiddos.
Oh yeah.
Kiddo
This is
count?
such a good visual gag with the straw.
Yeah.
Oh, the straw bit.
This was
Yeah.
Chris McKenna's joke. It came in a rewrite.
It's beautiful.
Troy's performance of this bit too. It's brilliant. I love that you just see his hand. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's great hand acting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Muchos golly.
I saw it in the news, like I can't remember, a couple years ago, where I saw that he died, and I felt bad that I immediately just thought of this
Yeah.
joke.
Muchos golly.
Don't research that.
Deadpan, complete deadpan. It's beautiful.
So good.
And now he teaches Spider.
So you're Clark M. Michael Burger.
Great wordplay. Great wordplay. I love that.
Oh, that little smile.
He's so
It's like
little
excited
chuckles.
shake. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I love this. Super weird.
It's so weird. And the noogie.
That laugh.
This episode is meaty in regards to the Jeff and Annie
It
shit.
certainly is.
There's a lot in there.
We might have to
Every
talk
time
about
it
it.
makes me
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That might be worth a pause at some point.
All right, who came up with the countries?
The Georgia.
You're a gay. Yeah.
Pierce
The,
loves Somalia.
There's
And-
yeah.
It's all good.
That was my. I'm proud of that one. Shirley was always China. Troy. Initially, the joke for Troy was similar, but it was. Oh, look at that. The joke for Troy was he was going to be Austria, but he was going to keep thinking it was Australia, and he was going to keep trying to do that accent.
Also a good bit.
Also a good bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, the people who make the props on the show are just incredible.
Amazing.
Like,
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
these things.
we talked to Chris Brannon, and he just the stuff they do is just awesome.
Oh, well, you were talking about the flyers on the corkboard before. Like that stuff, the writers had never had anything to do with it, and Dan didn't. And I would walk around on set and laugh, and I'd say, "Who did this?" And they would say, "Oh, props did, or set deck did this." Everyone was hilarious.
So many great things on the walls.
All
Every
these
episode.
crises are
Wait,
perfect.
I just realized that there's a person standing on the right behind the red team, just standing there.
Is that wait?
I
Hang
want to
on,
see
I'll
if I
pause
see
it
it
when it
again.
comes back to the other
Yeah.
Annie.
Maybe they're moving the clock.
Yeah, there's somebody.
Oh,
puts up
that's
the
what it was.
score.
It was
That's
just
what
a
it was.
wonderfully awkward standing still. It was just like in the back. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, how does Jeff become Uruguay?
I don't know.
No,
Probably
yeah.
just so we could do that Pierce
That
joke.
one joke.
Yeah.
Worth it. God, every time
Also-
the subtitle Cligoris comes on screen, it's, it's beautiful.
Why didn't they make me change it?
It'd be good for you.
They never made me change it.
And I just love
Oh, this is
this.
Britta.
There's more
That
irony.
girl's in everything. She's
It's pure irony. Oh, that
yeah,
background?
she's
That
a
extra?
background actress. She's in like the first 3 seasons.
Wow.
Why
The
is there-
scream.
Yeah. Screaming at the cage and
Beautiful.
looking this.
The first cage that the props on the first day of shooting, they had bought a dog cage and it was way too small for. And she kept trying. She was like, "No, I'll fit. I can fit," and she couldn't get herself. They had to make a bigger cage.
She's a champ. Were the floating heads scripted, or is this a Russo ad?
I'll have to go check. I don't think they were. I think that was honestly a last-minute solution to what would have been a really boring moment.
It looks great.
Yeah. That was a Russo. Yeah, that was a Joe Russo pitch.
So good.
Yeah, when did the fart come in to turn this story into this?
That's fucking hilarious. We were basically.
Well, we pause it.
We were trying to. Oh yeah, let's pause it. We were
Yeah, I'll
trying
go
to
ahead and
break
pause
the
it here.
story, and we were sitting in the room. We were pitching it to Dan. Like we had gotten at a certain point, and so we all were, a group of writers were sitting in a room with Dan, thinking that we didn't know that basically there was like a crisis that something needed to happen to make people mad at each other. And we didn't know what it could be. And every version of this was like, they get into a disagreement about something. And then when I'm not sure quite why, but when you think about it now, there wouldn't have been enough room in the story. Like we were just having too much fun with the floating heads to try to build up some sort of disagreement. And then, so Adam County was walking us through the story circle, or like, and he was just going like, okay, so then, and then it's going pretty well, and then they're starting to win, and then I don't know, something happens, someone farts, and then like he clearly just said it as a placeholder.
Wow.
Because I don't know, something happens, someone farts or whatever, and then they're mad at each other. And then there was like this pause, and Dan said, "I think that has to be it."
I was worried that y'all had like lived it. That was where it came from.
Oh, you're not, and someone farts.
We had not lived it. It was a placeholder
God.
pitch.
Love that. Love that.
Because the
Happy
lines
accidents.
about it are really good. Yeah.
Yes.
It's,
Oh my
it's the
God.
perfectly like juvenile thing to happen when they're doing United Nations, like they're peacekeeping, like they're negotiating all these serious things. I like the cut in of Garrett saying like a genocidal dictator has run. They're just like, shut up about that. We're dealing with a fart right now.
I also love that they're like, it falls apart, but they're not like fighting. They just all start like
Right.
laughing and
Oh, right,
celebrating
right.
together.
They're
It's not like it's not a fight. It's
Yeah, it breaks the tension, is what it's yeah.
exactly.
A wee bit of conflict.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rock on.
Oh, Mel.
The slap.
slap.
That slap is so good.
They had so much fun.
I believe that. You can tell.
Ever.
I know we already shouted him out, but that is a great line read. I
Yeah.
love the way he delivers that.
So good.
Highlighters.
Get out. His face. Just
Yeah.
like, clutching his. Oh,
Oh, this
I love
joke-
behind it says riot gear is not a toy.
And then of course they
Good.
give it to 13-year-olds, but yeah.
Once again,
Right.
that was not in the script. That's set deck.
God, we love set.
This is a season 3 trend of these jokes that go on for like so long, and it's good. It's all good.
Good.
Well,
It's
no,
really
it reminds me of the the mechanical alligator bit from season 6 with
Oh.
good. The their clock pusher is plugging her nose behind him. Just standing perfectly still, plugging her nose. That's all.
But
Yeah,
she's professional.
All right,
I don't know
Allison
how she got
Brie
hired.
is
But
an
she
excellent
booked.
screamer.
Yes.
An excellent scream.
Best tantrums.
yeah, again, just
Abed
the-
takes Switzerland. He's like, I must protect my sign.
again, I just got to give credit to the
Face.
fact that the UN plot line ends with a fart and then a temper tantrum. I think it's the perfect way to end it.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah, not in the hot way.
Shirley goes, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. Come on, Jeff.
The sound design in this episode is so good. Just like all the ambient sounds. It's just something that I love that exit, by the way.
Yeah.
But just like all the little sounds, those are my favorite things to pay attention to.
Pause
And this
real quick.
episode is just like
Yeah.
chock full of really smart sound design.
Uh-huh.
And it's those are the small details that like the show does so well. I just love it. It's so cool. It's so cool. And it's such a nerdy thing for me to love. But I do. I love a good sound design. And
Yeah.
It's always so good.
That's great.
Well,
Gotta-
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry, Ed.
Well, that just makes me wonder because we were talking about all like the set stuff, like all the art in the background, and you know, if you know at a certain point that you can like trust these teams to come up with great stuff, are there times where you're writing an episode or writing a script and you like, you know, kind of mentally leave a gap for them to for another department to fill in that way, like you know whether it's in the setting or the sound design or anything like that.
I suppose, well, certainly with audio stuff, yeah, like with music and sound design, we had a pretty good sense, like I was saying, with the Lionel Richie song, we you know, I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling through my script right here to see what I wrote in the, oh, look at that. Hello was in the original writer's draft. I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
I think y'all blow your song budget for this season real early. But you're like this and Roxanne, and then you make Daybreak work for like 20 more episodes.
That's getting your money's worth. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had a
Oh,
quick
yeah.
question of the next episode where they're sitting on the couch. Is the goal to get to this point? is to get them to have that conversation? Oh, thank you.
That's a good question. Wait, I was looking at the script, and this is the original writer's draft, but Hello by Lionel Richie plays. Britta kicks the can with all her might. Garbage goes flying and rains down around them like confetti. So we didn't do
Both
that
obviously
shot.
turned on.
Both obviously turned on.
When the subtext is just text.
Gotta love good writing, y'all.
Oh wait, this stuff didn't get in there, did it? I piss attention.
No, it's I think
piss warning.
No,
I pissed warnings.
Warnings, pig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Definitely some of them.
Anyway,
but it was a callback. Okay.
Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to point out was originally, I don't know why, but in the cold open, I had them meeting in a different classroom. And it was going to be a class that was all about medical records keeping.
Well, hospital administration, yeah.
Hospital administration. That's just one methodology for organizing hospital patient records. But there are times when alphabetical order is insufficient. And then they argue about date of admittance, social security number, admitting physician. Oh, and you can cross-file hierarchically by CPT code. So that's me using Google to figure out like.
I see Annie had a different last name before in that.
Annie U, yeah. We probably changed that because of the nationality of the actress. Wait, I'm not sure. Is Irene Choi? Yes, Irene. No, that I'm totally wrong about that because Irene Choi is not a Korean name, is it? Anyway, have no idea why I changed to Annie Kim.
Okay. For the scene that's come in where they're sitting on the couch, was there an intent to have this beat in this episode for the season?
It was. Yeah, you know what it was. I know that there's so much, especially with people who are really invested in the Jeff Annie shippers are, we're getting so much red meat in this episode. And I know it's like, it wasn't, I think really what it was that we knew that there had to be discussions between Jeff and Annie about what is this, what are we? But I don't think we ever really planned what those discussions were going to be. And as you can see, like their discussion on the couch is kind of vague and doesn't exactly, it doesn't come to any brilliant conclusion. It kind of does. What's funny, or on Instagram, I was in a conversation with some Jeff Annie people who were saying, some people were saying, what the hell did this mean? Oh, I think it was that someone pointed out that on the DVD commentary, Joel said, I don't understand this scene. And on the commentary, I'm like a little weasel going like, yeah, I don't even, oh boy, I don't know. When in reality, it was a scene where they kind of had to talk about there's an elephant in the room with them always. And they kind of had to talk about it, but yet we knew that we weren't going to, they weren't actually going to have a happy ending or make progress in their relationship. They were just going to have this frustration. So yeah, it was, I don't know. The answer is we weren't specifically trying to get to this scene, but we knew that like all good Community episodes, after the second act, the end of Act 2 is there's either a falling out between everyone or there's a falling out between two people. And the top of Act 3 is they have to hash out their shit.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the best answer I got.
Oh, that's good. No, thanks. All right, I'm pushing play.
And since Jen isn't here, I'm going to just add a little pathological in there.
Pathological.
That's what they all said for so long about Jeff and Annie.
I don't get it.
I've used that line, there's nothing to be Zambia about.
Yeah, there's like a lot of themes in here, but it's all dancing around that he plays a parental role with her and she puts him in that role.
Yeah.
And this was the speech that Joel was like, what the fuck is this? And this was written. I don't think this was in the original writer's draft. I'll have to look it up. But it's really sort of Dan's way of saying there's no easy answer here.
Yeah.
But anyway, it made sense to me. What makes sense to me is he's saying, look, there's intensity between them.
Yeah.
And Jeff is sort of confessing the feelings that I have for you. I put him in a box, and the box is you're this kid who I can never get close to.
Yeah.
It's
actually
definitely
surprisingly
complicated.
Real
It's
dialogue.
definitely complicated.
Yeah.
There's something very messy about the dialogue, and I as an actor, I love when you get to play with that because it's just above anything you can really put into. It's like a gift to play with.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely accomplishes explaining why nothing's going to happen right now without without giving a definitive answer long term.
I farted.
Hey, farted.
I farted.
Don't hug people that just did that.
I farted.
Yeah.
It's warm.
I'm farting now.
I love this bit for my bed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Whenever there's a meta moment, it brings me such joy. It's just fabulous. Cutaway.
Also, this brick could have actually hurt somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
Britta's
I don't
throwing a
know.
cadaver out of a window. I don't know if she's
Boom.
taking that
Yeah,
much
that could have hurt
precaution.
somebody.
She has no respect for windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be more accurate to being an anarchist, shouldn't it have been a soup can? I don't know.
Should have been a milkshake full of concrete.
Oh my god.
That real thing that exists.
Heaven.
I love reading the corner of the brick because you don't know what's next.
It's so good.
But he's also like paraphrasing. So it's like really, it's a weird
Yeah.
thing. It's great.
Love Mel.
So
Oh my God.
This is the part that makes
Yeah,
me
you see how it hits now.
So prescient. Holy shit.
Hits different.
Sometimes I wonder, what I could have gotten away with if I was given a real gun.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That shit-eating grin.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Fucked up.
I love.
Coming straight through the middle of it.
All right,
Yeah.
The butthole.
Troy's head coming through the butthole.
Always funny.
Where did they get the cardboard and aluminum foil from?
They made this.
I know they're in the kitchen. Is that a
It's a TV
pizza
show.
box?
Why are they? Yeah, exactly.
I love it. No,
Oh my
I love
God.
that.
Good question.
The science works.
They're
out.
in a cafeteria.
And why does other Annie look like Minnie Mouse? That's the yellow and the blue. That's Minnie Mouse, right?
Oh God.
I thought she wears pink.
oh, man.
I think
Mm.
it's a Snow White energy that I'm getting.
There you go.
It's something.
Vicky's very on board with other Annie.
Yeah.
At this point, Vicky's probably just anti-study group. I mean,
Oh,
For
I'm
sure.
tired of
There's
him.
so much. The
they
poor
roll
girl.
with Pierce. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
I love this bit.
Fundamentally symbolic.
Empty gestures.
And empty gestures.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
the
good
idea
lord.
God.
That is an outfit.
That's an easy cosplay, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
a
God.
great.
Yeah.
Lady
If-
Gaga could never.
Never. If I will mark this down now. If Communicon comes back, that's my
Oh, God.
cosplay. Is
Yeah.
You gotta run
Parties.
onto the floor with the gabba gabba gabba. Yeah.
You're going to have to spit a lot.
I'm gonna have to get some questionable packages delivered to my apartment. And all these dolls.
To the neck. Ugh.
I love how immediately he falls with her. It's so like
Yeah.
the symbiosis of their relationship. It's just perfectly represented.
The tongue.
The Chang tongue.
The tongue. Yeah. Oh my God, she did the Chang tongue.
Yeah.
She claims it as her own. This
Really?
first.
Oh, this is gnarly.
Ugh.
She does.
Oh,
Oh, just
He
the
definitely
biggest
spit in his face.
freaking
And Ken just
Oh,
takes
this
it.
is a
Takes
nice
it.
bit.
Takes it like a champ. I love their little scrubs.
I know the Scrubs is so good. Shit.
Operator.
He didn't say shit originally, did he?
I don't know.
That's
So
it. That's a good
disgusting.
bit.
Such a
Spare
weird wowie.
So weird. Oh my God.
Now, I remember you talking about Chevy
Next
bragging
one.
about physical comedy. I'm sorry, it should have stopped.
Yeah.
Autoplay. Let's watch this one too.
I hit the button to make it stop.
Come on.
It
This is the
keeps-
Todd episode.
And the charred mannequin leg. Since I said you had 8 episodes, you have Introduction to Teaching. Is that one of yours?
Yes.
Okay. History
That's
101.
50
I love Intro to Teach.
That's from season 4, right?
That's from
Yeah.
season 4.
Yeah.
Custody Law and Eastern European Diplomacy.
Yes. That's from
Oh.
season 2, I think. Or no, it's from 3.
That's
2.
That's 2.
That's in
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
recorded that one actually.
Criminally underrated episode because that is very funny.
Oh yeah.
The
Really
whole
funny.
bit
That guy
about
was hilarious.
destroying the villages and just wishing to see their dead
Oh
bodies
my
again.
God.
Oh God. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Pillows and Blankets, of course.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Intro to Knots.
Yes.
Season 4. This one we just talked
Good
about
one.
geography, and then the other 2 are basic rocket science and mixology.
Hey
Oh my
man,
God, I
good
haven't
list.
Yeah,
Hey
that
man.
is a
Yeah.
stellar lineup of
Yeah.
episodes.
Those are
That's a
stellar
murderer's
contributions.
row.
That's a pretty good
Absolutely.
list, isn't it?
You should be
Yeah.
very
Mhm.
proud.
Well
And
done.
of course,
I feel so
Ken has only
lucky.
got 7.
Stu McKenna.
Fight.
No, like I said, there were episodes that, that sort of, as we were breaking them, we knew this was going to be special. Like when we decided to do a bottle episode and that it was going to be about Annie's pen, like everyone had all the writers had a sense that was going to make all the lists, and everyone was jealous that Megan got to write it. And so, like Adam County and I would mope around. And I remember when we were making this one, I was like, there's just nothing great about this one. It's just like an episode. And he was doing the same thing with, I think he might've written the trampoline episode.
Oh,
Oh,
so
just did that one. I love
And it was
that.
like-
so good.
He was having the same feel.
It's
like,
gonna be a
"Oh,
maze."
Yeah, it's just a
Joshua
fucking
was
episode."
racist. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hit it?
Also
Double
hit
bounce.
different. Yeah.
Also,
Yes,
hate
also
different.
hits completely different now.
Definitely.
No,
Oh my God, yeah.
Right
and we
there.
definitely
It's
want
right
to thank
there.
Andy for spending time with us today. He is currently the executive producer, one of the executive producers for Bless the Harts, which has its seasons 2 premiere on September 27th on Fox, correct? Right after
Correct.
The Simpsons? Yes.
8:30 p.m. after the
Woo.
season.
Nice.
All right. Thank you. I'll make sure I get all the names right. Thank you, Alex, Ashley, Jace, Kevin, and Ed. Did I get everybody? And Mike,
Mm-hmm.
my partner. Thank you for everybody for being with us, and we'll see you as soon as we can. All right,
Thanks for
I'll click-
setting
Thank
it
you,
up,
guys.
Matt.
So great
Yeah.
meeting you.